Sometimes you find Tibetan art and Buddhist art in the most unusual of places. There's a small museum in Vancouver, Canada, in British Columbia. They don't specialize in Himalayan or Tibetan art, but they do have a few pieces, and one of them is really quite good and very important iconographically and for those that follow the careers of Jamgon Kongtrul and Jamyang Khyentse Wangpo of the late 19th century. So the item is HAR number 30904, and it's a painting of a form of Mahakala called Bernag Chen, the Black Cloak Mahakala. And this is really coming, I believe, out of the Nyingma tradition originally, and it's the possibly a family protector of the second Karmapa, Karma Pakshi. So the painting is of Bernag Chen, and in the top portion of the composition, we have teachers such as the Kagyu lineage, Vajradhara, Tilopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa. But then in the upper right corner, we have Jamyang Khyentse Wangpo, and in the upper left corner, we have Jamgon Kongtrul. Below that, we have Gampopa, Karmapa, and then a Situ. The Situ is likely the Situ who was the teacher of the 16th Karmapa. Then we have two meditational deities. We have Jinasagara Lokeshvara and Vajrayogini. And then descending on the right and left, we have a variety of figures. And mostly they're protectors or they're wealth deities and some worldly deities at the bottom, three worldly deities along the bottom. Now, what's really interesting also about this painting is it's very similar in composition, in brushstroke, and in color to HAR number 65861. And this is a Rubin Museum of Art painting, and it also depicts Karmapa, and it depicts at the bottom of the lineage, also it depicts the 15th Karmapa. So I think he passed away in the very early 1920s. So this painting is likely to be early 20th century, but it's very likely that the other painting of Bernag Chen is also going to be turn of the century, first couple of decades of the 20th century, possibly, quite clearly it should be the same atelier. It's possible they even have similar brocades, textile framing around them. That needs to be looked at a little bit, but they're both extremely similar in terms of iconography and the brushstroke and the proportions for the different figures, and then the coloring, etc. So to be interested in one of these paintings means one should be interested in the other also, because they appear to have clues to understanding each other, and putting both of these Karma Kagyu paintings into a context. Anyway, it's fascinating to find these types of paintings. They're clearly associated more so with Kongtrul than with Khyentse Wangpo because of the Palpung Monastery iconographic program. But it's not just Palpung Monastery iconography. It's specifically Jamgon Kongtrul preferences to Palpung Monastery iconography and hierarchy of deities and protectors and wealth deities and worldly deities. So these two paintings, I think, really need to be studied together. So we'll leave it there. You can subscribe. You can join HAR on Patreon. You can press like, and you can make a donation on the homepage of Himalayan Art Resources.